Welcome, friends. I'm Gina Nicole, and this is the Goddess Channel, where we awaken our spiritual awareness, connect from our hearts, and amplify goodness in the world through channeled messages we co-create together with Spirit. Okay, let's begin. So this was something that came through really clearly in today's message, and it might feel like a bit of a relief when you hear it. The message is that making mistakes, feeling bad, being in a low vibration, none of that has held back your light. Not once, not ever. In fact, it's really superstition for spiritual people. The clear message is that these exact things, the things that you might have judged as wrong, heavy, shameful, or what felt like spiritual setbacks, they have been an important part of your light work this whole time. And what that means is that the times when you didn't feel your best, those moments where you felt like you reacted instead of responded. In fact, I had one of those today where I felt like I really reacted to something instead of responding. Or those days that you spiraled or you felt disconnected. The message is that those weren't failures. They were portals. They were crucial, important, necessary parts of your service. Because here's something that I really hope we all take to heart at this point in our journeys, which is light work has nothing to do with perfection at all. Light work is about being real. It's about being present with what's actually alive within you. That's so funny. I could not get that word out. But I think Spirit is having us pause here because what we're trying to receive here is that sense that we are living beings. We are light beings having this human experience, and that is aliveness. And there's something, if you look in nature, you see what aliveness is. And it looks kind of messy when it's all happening, but it also looks incredibly elegant and brilliant in that sort of natural state. And so we're going to have to give ourselves the same grace here. So what we were trying to get out there is they want you to be present with what is alive in you, that aliveness in you, that natural state that arises in you naturally. And allowing your awareness, your compassion, your willingness to show up for life, for yourself, for everybody, through the messiness, not in spite of it, through the messiness in order to alchemize it into what it's becoming. That's beautiful. So just feeling the energy here. And you might notice that when I speak in these readings, I speak very slowly. And that's because we're letting the energy move through. And when we're just trying to skip over something quickly, sometimes we miss the actual essence of it. But just know that when you're listening back on YouTube, you can always speed it up if that bugs you. Like there's no right or wrong here. But I would invite you to just kind of let yourself energetically settle in to a slower pace than you're used to, because it can actually align you to spirit rather than being aligned to your nervous system. So that's just a little tip there. So let's get back into it. I want you to think of any time that you brought your awareness to something that you used to avoid. Anytime you loved yourself through a moment where you once might have judged yourself. Every time you forgave, you paused, you cried, you stayed present, or you breathed instead of shutting down. That was your light shining too. Just those little moments. They don't seem like anything big. If you blink, you miss it. But that's what we're doing here. We're not doing what looks perfect. That's not what being in the light is. It's those little moments of choosing light, of choosing love, of choosing you through the messiness, because we're here to alchemize and become. So even if it didn't look spiritual in the moment, even if it didn't feel enlightened, even if nobody saw it, or even if somebody saw it and didn't like it, anytime that you shine your light, Spirit sees it. Your higher self acknowledges it. Your ancestors witness it, right? And all of those moments counted. When you kind of did the clumsy thing, the thing that wasn't on point, the thing where you made somebody uncomfortable, it wasn't you falling behind or being wrong or not being enough. That is you doing the work. The soul level work of integrating shadow, healing wounds, and anchoring more light into the body and the planet. And so if there's any lingering story that tells you, I messed up too much to be aligned, or my vibration hasn't been high enough to really be on my path. I need to do X, Y, Z. If only I could. I just want to lovingly invite you here to let that go now. Because that story is done. You're not behind. You're not off point. You're not low vibrational. You're not enough. You've never been any of those things. You've been in it. You've been living it. You've been transmuting it. You've been alchemizing it. You've been creating portals to new timelines, new dimensions in the remembering, in the unraveling, in the sacred mess that is part of the design. And that's what makes your light so needed, so powerful, so beautiful. You didn't come here to bypass your humanity. You came here to alchemize reality through it. And you're doing it. So just taking some breaths here, maybe placing a hand on your heart if that feels good. And just acknowledging yourself. You've done everything perfectly, imperfectly, and we love it. So thank you for being you. Thank you for being here today. as always, have a beautiful day. I love you.